Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. I'm excited to show you how to create a simple automated budget template in Excel. This template will help you track your income and expenses by categories and automatically update based on what you enter. The best part, it adjusts with just a click when you select a month from the drop-down menu, making it super easy to stay organized. And yes, we will get it done in under 15 minutes. Before we dive in, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos. Alright, let's get started. First, we need to create some headers that explain what each column is for. Here is what I'll be using. The month will automatically fill in the month number, the date you made the transaction, what the transaction was for, like salary or groceries. This is where we'll select what kind of expense it is, like income, groceries, etc. This is for any money you receive. This is for any money you spend. And this will keep track of how much money you have left. Okay, now that we have the headers in place, give me a second to get some sample data that we will use throughout the tutorial. We have some freelance income, a rent payment, groceries, a commission bonus, and a few more regular expenses like utilities and fitness. Now that we have our sample data, we are going to turn it into a table. So highlight the headers and the sample data below them, go to the Home tab, click Format as Table, and choose any style you like. I'm picking green for a budget, but you can choose whatever looks good to you. Make sure to check the box that says my table has headers and click OK. Now your table is ready to go. In column A, which is the month column, we want Excel to automatically show the month number based on the date you enter. To do that, click on cell A2 and type this formula. Press enter, and the formula will fill in the rest of the column. Now, whenever you enter a date, Excel will automatically fill in the correct month. Let's make it easy to choose what kind of transaction you're entering. We are going to create a drop-down list in the category column, column D. So highlight column D, but don't include the header. Go to the Data tab, click Data Validation, and in the pop-up, choose List from the Allow drop-down. In the source box, type your categories like this. Press OK, and now you can quickly choose the category for any transaction from the list. Insurance is misspelled here, so I'm going to go back to Data Validation to fix that. To make everything easier to read, we are going to format the income, expenses, and running balance column as currency. So highlight the columns for income, expenses, and running balance, column EFG, go to the Home tab, and click on the pound symbol to format these columns as money. Now, we are going to make Excel automatically keep track of how much money you have left after each transaction. So, enter your starting balance in cell G2. For example, if you have £2,500 to start with, type 2,500 in G2. In cell G3, type this sum formula, your previous balance in G2 plus the income in E3 minus the expense amount in F3. This formula adds any money you receive and subtracts any money you spend, updating your balance automatically. To make the formula work for the rest of the rows, press Ctrl C to copy the formula in G3 and Ctrl V to paste it all the way down. Excel will update the balance automatically. Next, let's add progress bars to track how much you spent or earned in each category. We will be adding this in a new column using data bars for visual feedback. So, in column I, have your categories listed like income, rent, groceries, insurance, utilities, fitness, gas. and dining out. And then in column J, next to each category, we will calculate the total for each month using the SUMIF formula in the next step. We would like to track spending by month. To do that, we will add a drop-down list in the cell I1 for the month numbers. So click on cell I1, go to data validation and select list. In the source box, type this. These numbers represent the months, where 1 equals Jan, 2 Feb, etc. We want to add a formula to calculate how much you've earned and spent for the month you choose. So in column J, this is where your totals for each category will go. We will add a formula to sum up the numbers only for the month you've picked in cell I1. Here's what to do. Click on cell G2 where you want the total for income to show up and type the SUMIF formula. This formula does 3 things. It adds up all the numbers in the income column, column E. It checks the month column, column A, and only adds the numbers for the month you've picked in cell I1. And it only adds the numbers labeled income from the category column, column D. You need to make sure the month reference is absolute by pressing F4 on your keyboard to lock it. This ensures that when you copy the formula down for other categories, the reference to cell I1, where the selected month is, doesn't change. If the reference isn't locked, the formula could break when copied because the month reference would shift to the wrong cells. Pressing F4 automatically adds the $signs to lock the reference. Now, for the expenses, there's going to be an adjustment to the formula, but let's copy it down for rent to start. The formula is currently picking on the income column. We want it on the expenses column, so I'm going to update the formula to have it pick on the expenses column, which is column F. And remember to change this to whatever category you're tracking. In this case, it's rent, so I'm going to swap that for rent. Then press enter. Now copy this formula for the rest of the categories as they're all expenses, but remember to change rent for whatever categories you're tracking. You will notice here for insurance that we have 0 indicated as against the actual expense figure for insurance. This is happening because insurance has been spelled wrongly in the formula. It doesn't match with what we have here. So for the formula to work, you need to make sure that the spelling matches correctly with what you have listed on the table. So I'm going to quickly correct this. And now we have the figure shown correctly. And make this a currency by going to the Home tab and clicking on the currency sign. Now, let's make your data more visual by adding progress bars using conditional formatting. This will help you track how close you are to reaching your income or spending limits for each category. To add progress bars, you need to first decide on a maximum value for each category. This value represents your budget or expected amount for that category. Here are some example maximum values. We have income set to 3,200, which is the expected total income for the month. Rent at 1,000, expected monthly rent. Groceries at 500, your budget for groceries. Insurance 200, which is your monthly insurance cost. Utilities at 150 to cover for electricity, water, etc. Fitness, £100, that's your gym membership. Gas at 100 and dining out at £150 for eating out. Let's start by adding a progress bar for your income. So click on the cell that shows the total income, for example cell J2, go to the Home tab on the ribbon and click conditional formatting. From the drop-down, choose data bars, then select a green bar since green typically represents positive numbers like income. Now we're going to adjust the row. Click on conditional formatting again, then choose Manage Rows at the bottom. In the Conditional Formatting Rules Manager window, you will see your data bar rule listed. Double-click it to edit. I will have the minimum and the maximum type changed to number. For the value, minimum should remain 0. You cannot earn negative income. And the maximum value should be set to your expected total income for the month. For example, 3,200. Then click OK to apply your changes. Click OK. Now, let's add progress bars for your expenses. This time, we will use red bars to show money going out, which is typically negative or something to watch closely. So click on the cell for the expense category total, for example J3 for rent, go to the Home tab, click Conditional Formatting and select Data Bars. This time, choose a red data bar, since red typically represents expenses. Now go back to Conditional Formatting, Manage Rows, double-click the rule for your expense category, change the minimum type to number for both minimum and maximum. The minimum value should also remain 0. You can't have a negative expense. And the maximum value should be your budget for that category. For example, 1,000 for rent. Now click OK. I will quickly repeat the steps for each of the remaining expense category, setting the appropriate maximum value for each category based on the budget we have here. Now, the progress bar for income will fill up as you add income transactions, and you will be able to visually see how close you are to reaching your income target. For expenses, the red bars will fill up as you log more expenses in each category, visually showing you how much of your budget has been used. Let's say in this month you didn't get a commission bonus, or you get a reduced amount of say 100. Watch how the progress bar for income will update. As this income here is a freelance work, it might not be fixed every month. Let's say in this particular month, you receive £1,000. You see how the progress bar has reduced, showing you how far away you are from your income target. Now, let us test updating the budget for a new month. I'm going to switch to February, month 2, and use some new sample data. The categories and descriptions will match exactly as this, so we don't have to make any changes to our formulas or conditional formatting. To switch the budget template over to February, I'm going to select 2 from the drop-down list in cell I1, and all the totals and progress bars will automatically update to reflect February's transactions. The total income we have shown here for February is 3,200. If you manually add this up, it should give us 3,200 as well. This is the same as what we had in the month of January. And let's say the freelance income for February is just 600. Watch how the progress bar updates. It's been reduced, showing you how far away you are from your targets. I'm not sure anyone will be happy that your income target for that month is not met. So I'm going to change this back to what we had before, so it can be seen that your income target for that month was met. To round up, let's quickly format this side of the template to make it stand out. I would have borders added here, and also add a thick outside border. Have the fill for the month selection cell changed to something bold, say maybe black, and change the text color to white. Make it bold. You can decide to have the grid lines removed, so go to page layout and uncheck the box for grid lines view. Now for each new month, all you have to do is to have the transaction for that month updated on your table and make a selection here for the month you want reviewed. If you make a selection for a month with no data, this is what you're going to get. And that's it. If this tutorial has helped you out, Don't forget to like and consider subscribing for more tips and tricks. Let me know in the comments how you're planning to use your budget template. Or if you have any questions, I'm always here to help. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.